I started wanting to be a firefighter sometime in my teen years, and Nashua was the place to be. You know, it was a big city. I just celebrated my 25th year in April, and I haven't regretted a minute of it. I've never looked back. I enjoy every minute of what I do.
I got my start in the fire service in a small community up in the Lakes region. Been on the fire department for 27 years. Worked my way up through the ranks and have been chief since March of 2021.
As a shift commander in Nashua, we respond throughout the city and manage the 38 people that are on duty on a daily basis, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In addition to that, I have some administrative duties. I'm in charge of recruitment for the fire department, which basically amounts to the hiring, promotions, as well as PPE.
Back when we got hired, back then you tested with approximately 400 to 500 people competing for a handful of jobs. And when we got hired, you would do a 2-week orientation/recruit academy to cover the basics of firefighting operations. The job is much more technical now than it was in the 1990s.
The firefighter has really changed throughout the years. The recruiting poster that we use, of course, is the firefighter emerging from a cloud of smoke covered in soot, potentially rescuing people. And that's the one that the American public probably sees. But the reality of the work of a firefighter is many-faceted nowadays. In fact, we say that we're more of an all-hazards response agency. That's in our mission. And what that amounts to is we respond to fires, the typical fires, of course. We also respond to motor vehicle accidents, emergency medical calls where we assist the ambulance in providing first response care to those people that have medical emergencies.
The new construction that exists in the world today, the fires burn hotter, fire behavior is much more volatile, so their skills on the fire ground need to be as sharp, if not sharper.
To meet those needs, we're looking for people that are good people first and that are able to work in a group.
The fire service is what I like to call a team sport. And so you're taking people from all sorts of different backgrounds and diversity and getting them to form a team and move in one direction, while at the same time refining their individual skills both on the fire ground and all sorts of other tech rescue disciplines. We attract candidates from other fire departments as well as inside the region and outside the region, due to both our staffing, our facilities, and our apparatus.
And in fact, there's a recruit from North Carolina here with us in this recruits class, but they come from all different walks of life. Some of them have upwards of 10 years of experience in the fire service. Some of them have just received their Firefighter 2 certification and are just starting off on their careers. All of them have been on a fire department and have been on a fire truck at least once or twice, but it's interesting to see the melding of the different experience levels, and that's something that we get the opportunity to highlight here at the recruit school, see where everybody's at, give them what they need to be successful once they hit the line.
Recruit school is a very physical venture. It's 5 weeks of constantly getting beaten up with the physical demands of the job day in and day out. They are carrying somewhere between 75 to 100 pounds of equipment.
We focus on the firefighting aspects because those skills are sometimes the hardest to replicate once the person gets out on an actual engine company or a ladder company responding on a daily basis. So we take this opportunity with the state-of-the-art facility, as you see behind me, to train them up in a couple other different acquired structures throughout the city and use those facilities to simulate real-world environments where they'll be tasked with doing the firefighting skills and practicing them so they'll be ready for the line.
PT is a big thing. That's how they get started each and every day to get loosened up and also raise their physical conditioning. So if you come into recruit school in fairly decent shape, you should do very well, but you are going to suffer your bumps and bruises and be tired by the end of the class.
Day in and day out for 40 hours a week as they go through this recruit school, their physical conditioning is challenged to a high degree. And that's for two reasons. One, it's to remind the recruits that this is a very physical job. The firefighting profession is based in physical activity. We can't replace what we do with machines to any large degree. Also, it's to foster a lifelong interest in being physically fit, and so that you'll have a long career and be a happy retiree?
It's still a very challenging process to get hired as a firefighter in New Hampshire, specifically at Nashua Fire Rescue. You have to be a certified firefighter, a basic EMT. You have to have a high school diploma, a clean driving record, and a clean background check. It's still a very competitive process, and lucky for us to date, we've been able to attract very good candidates.
We've used several different models of recruiting throughout the years, but the model that we're using right now is we hire once a year. We open the applications sometime in August. We leave them open till around October. The candidates, before they get hired, will have to have done the CPAT, which is a nationally recognized physical ability test to prove that they're able to do the job physically. We do a supplemental physical ability test where we have them run 1.5 miles in 12 minutes, along with a ladder climb and a claustrophobia test. From that point, we interview all candidates regardless of their resume or their existing certifications to that point. We find that this is important because everybody is at a different spot in their certification process, so we don't want to leave anybody out.
It's a constant process trying to maintain the full staffing level of the organization.
Right now is an incredible time in the fire service in New England and throughout the United States. If anybody watching this is interested in a career in the fire service, whether it be in Nashua or anywhere else in New Hampshire, I would invite you to explore that option. Reach out to me at firecareers@nashuanh.gov.